Johnson grab, man. Let's jump right into this, dude. I'm excited to talk about this. So on the McAfee show today, it was Overreaction Monday. You guys can go find this on Twitter, as I had retweeted it out from the McAfee show over on X, and they were reading the Overreaction Monday tweets from pretty much every fan base across the league that sent these in, right? Now, I want to say this, as always, there's probably language in this, okay? So if you got kids in the room, be aware, be ready to turn it down. You guys know sometimes there's no language in these videos. Other times they may drop an F-bomb or two. So just, again, be prepared. But here was the McAfee show earlier today, and them reading a tweet from one at J Mansion, I think is the name. And yeah, of course, they hit the hashtag I don't want to overreact, but, and we'll just play the clip and let it unfold. We'll pause it in between and get our takes on it. Tim, this is gold. This is the Bears fan base in a nutshell after getting their asses kicked by the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field. Here we go.
Hashtag I don't want to overreact, but good or goodest. Give it a damn rest. The Bears are frauds, and history will tell the rest of this franchise is satisfied with having the one ring 40 years ago. The team has been going down ever since. If you want to be happy, don't be a fan of the Chicago frauds. Doesn't believe in
the fan base already calling them frauds. Tim, last week they were talking about how they were coming in Lambeau to take care of business, and they were going to prove that this team was the real deal going on to win a Super Bowl here. And just hours later, they're calling themselves frauds. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Period.
Go ahead.
I mean, what else do we expect, right? I mean, this is, like I said, new franchise quarterback every couple of years, new delusions of grandeur every year, and they double down on lunacy. It's actually fun to watch. Get your popcorn out.
Yeah. And Kieran in the chat, hey, Packers fan, I'm the only one who saw all the national media coverage on how great the Bears were and downplaying our win. It's funny. They went from the Bears are going to run the North. They finally cut the corner. They're going to knock the Packers off. That was the chatter all week long. And now they're just a little bit off. They got just a hair. It's going to take another year. What happened to all that energy? What happened to all the energy that these Bears were the real deal, and they're going to prove that they're the real deal? They proved they were the real deal against the Pittsburgh Steelers and Mason Rudolph. Give me a break. Anyway, let's continue here.
Or anything like that, which I can really respect, especially because he capitalized letters too, or maybe his phone or whatever was typing for him said, hey, this is probably the start of a new fucking sentence. I'm going to capitalize this T for you. I appreciate the smartphone doing that. On that note, what did you like so much about this that made you pick this?
Well, I just had to go through first and make sure that he was an actual Bears fan, and he is, but it was tough.
Ty Schmidt, the Packer fan, just cross-checking, confirming, okay, this ain't a Packers fan trolling. This is a guy who had a legit Bears account and has been tweeting about the Bears for a long time. You love it.
Because it's weird because Bears fans have been very, very vocal, very, very chirpy every other Overreaction Monday. Then they get beat and no one wants to put one out. And, usually when you get beat, that's the perfect time to do it because you can really go crazy. But I seriously couldn't find I figured the consensus would be like, hey, we're fine. This team is the best Bears team we've had in a long time. We're going to be good. But not a lot of those out there. Most of the ones I did see were negative. And it kind of was like, hey, this was our opportunity to really show that we are the kings in the North like we've been touting all year. And we got beat. So we'll see. We're going to have
Ty was searching for one. Did you hear him?
I was.
Mm-hmm. He wasn't letting the game come to him. He said, I think there'd be probably some good responses here from the Chicago.
I figured there would be. And it's not just them. So I don't want to, kind of just put this on Bears fans. Like, this happens more than I think it should. You can't come in and be talking a whole bunch of shit when your team loses or when your team wins. And then when they lose, you just go radio silent. Because personally, I think that's the best time. That's when your best shit comes out. Like that's when you can actually kind of let loose. And, we got a lot of fan bases that just don't want to do that.
Oh, they don't.
Isn't it hilarious how that works, Tim? Again, man, we got so many bookmarks. And what I like doing now is taking those bookmarks and putting that tweet side by side, throwing in a screenshot and tweeting it back out. I'm like, what happened? You were saying this was a slam dunk win for the Bears. Now all of a sudden we knew they didn't have really a chance against the Packers, and it's going to be about coming back to Chicago. The Packers don't stand a chance in Chicago in 2 weeks, which is hilarious because we have owned that building for how long, Tim? Decades?
Yeah, the better part of a decade at least, going back, if memory serves me correct. I'm trying to think of the last time we caught an L at Soldier Field.
Been a long time. Let's continue.
They don't want to turn their back on their teams. I kind of respect that.
I don't take it that way. I think it's kind of what people are saying about Notre Dame is, we got beat, I'm going to take my ball and go home and pat. And then next week when we win, I'll say, fucking Super Bowl's back on. There's a lot of that. And I just, I don't think it should
Was
be
that
way.
Shane Gillis right there?
No. Does it sound like him?
Wait,
They go on a little Notre Dame bit. Tim, I thought it was hilarious, though, man, that the fact that these fans all of a sudden now they're calling their team frauds. It happened that quick. And we've kind of become accustomed to it here with the Chicago Bears fan base because, again, every offseason, they've usually got this energy in the offseason, right? And then when you get into the season, it reality starts to set in, and then it becomes about, well, we weren't really ready this year. Next year is going to be the year. And then they get to May and June and July, and it's, oh, my God, we've been hearing this since Mitch Trubisky,
Oh, yeah.
It's been that long. It's just wild to think about. What's your thoughts on this, man?
Yeah, I mean, it's not all Bears fans, right? There's always, the selected few in every fan base that kind of sees it clearly, and they're willing to admit when they're wrong, or they just, don't put themselves out there making sweeping statements that are going to allow them to get dunked on later in the first place. So I don't think it's the entire fan base, but yeah, everyone's kind of got their own view on things. But I respect the guys more that own their opinion, even if they're wrong. I mean, look how many times we're wrong. We're wrong on the show all the time. We own it. You're not going to hear us walking it back or making excuses. So I think it's just that portion of the fan base. I mean, we've got Packer fans that behave very similarly, right, Clay?
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. That's a fact. Nick McSwain, LaFleur undefeated in Soldier Field. You love to see it, man. Love to see it. We got Caldwell Corner here. So many bookmarks that now say post is unavailable because the Bears fans don't want the smoke. Isn't it funny how that works, man? I'm sure it's just a technical glitch on X's side, that
Sure.
the tweet just won't pull up. So.
Yeah, it's just not loading or something. Yeah.
Love it, love it, love it. All right, so there you go, guys. Just a little look into the Bears fans having a complete meltdown. And again, what would I be saying if the Packers had lost? I'd be going, guys, we lost by 7 points. It's not that big of a deal. Learn from it, reset, watch the tape, make the adjustment to the scheme, the game plan, be prepared for them next time. Bears fans are, oh, my God, the sky is falling. So just absolutely love it. And John Frank says here in the chat, Pack Nation all over ESPN Chicago. There was someone that posted something earlier in our chat, Tim, or actually it might have been in Patreon. Somebody posted a clip of a Chicago YouTube channel that were extremely pissed off at Packer fans, and they were putting FGB everywhere because they were just throwing their little temper tantrum. I didn't know if it was in our text or it might have been actually been on our Patreon group over here at PTA, but yeah, absolutely awesome. So
they yell FGB walking out of Wrigley Field during Cubs games or at a Bulls game. They yell that. That's a Chicago thing. Like they celebrate their own win in a completely unrelated sport against a completely unrelated team by saying F Green Bay. So, the rivalry is the oldest in the league for a reason. It runs deep. The hatred is real, obviously.
Yeah. Andy Dubs in the chat says Bears fans already saying they've won against the Browns. Let them keep saying it, Andy. I'm telling you, man, they're going to go out there with that offense, and the Browns are going to have a little something for them on defense. That's what's going to happen. I'm telling you. Now, will the Browns win? Who knows? Their offense has been kind of cheeks all year long. But I'm telling you right now, man, that defense is legit. So they're not going to be able to go there and just run the ball right down the throat and just push the Browns defense around. I think if they're smart, what they'll do is just keep it close, let the Browns offense make the mistake. Although Shadir Sanders is going to have an opportunity to upset the Bears in that game as well. Probably give you guys a preview of that. Maybe even try to do some kind of watch party if we don't have a game going on at the same time for that. But yeah. So if you guys are watching this video back later, let us know in the comments. I want to know some of the best comments that you guys have heard from Bears fans today. It could be an excuse. It could be the sky's falling. Doesn't matter. Let us know in the comments what you think about the Bears fan base and how they're reacting to this loss to the Green Bay Packers. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you're notified when we do go live in the near future.